Poverty changes the essence of who you are. It causes you to doubt your intellect. It changes your emotional reaction to the stimuli around you. It changes your decision making.
I think when people have jobs, they just don't get that there are people out there that are trying the best they know how. And a lot of times when people are in poverty, it's due to lack of education. It's due to things that sometimes is not in their control.
A lot of people always say, well, put your boots on, pull them up, support yourself, but you are supporting yourself the best way you can.
The best answer to poverty is a job. And the people that are in poverty will tell you, I want a job. But if I can't take care of my kids that are sick or my family members that are sick, I've got to be with them.
So when you and I are thinking about our future, we're thinking about the skills that we need to have, the contacts we need to make, the classes we need to take. But when someone's living in poverty and we're asking them to think about those things, their stomach's growling, they don't know how they're going to get home, they don't know who is taking care of their kids or how they're going to manage their families. And so poverty changes your focus.
Life just kept getting in the way of an education for Amber McLean. Now at 32, she's a year away from earning an associate's degree in computer information systems. Investing in college tuition has been a sacrifice for Amber, her husband, and their 4 children. But it's training that they hope will lead to a more secure future.
There's times that I feel like, I'm drowning and that I'm going to fail. But I keep telling myself that I will get through this.
While she's in school, Amber's family depends on her husband's income as a welder. But with only one paycheck, the McLeans have no wiggle room in their budget. Any unforeseen expense could mean an end to Amber's college education. That's why a simple change in her child's elementary school schedule this semester became a crisis. The school announced it would begin releasing children a couple of hours early, one afternoon a week.
I completely fell apart, broke down, because I knew there was no way it was going to happen. I knew there was absolutely no way that I was going to be able to pay my bills and childcare and go to school. In order for, me to go to school, I have to have help.
Amber found the help she needed at a benefit bank site located within a few feet of the college library where she's a student worker. An advisor Amber already knew entered the necessary information into a computer program.
The benefit bank is a one-stop shop where you can go, you can in 20-30 seconds figure out what you're probably eligible for, and then you can decide with the counselor what you want to apply for. In about 45 minutes you can apply for all the programs that you're potentially eligible for.
The idea is to put the access to benefits at points that people know, that people trust, to make it safe, convenient, and non-judgmental for people who are eligible for work supports and public benefits, to find out whether they're eligible and then to make that connection to them.
In just minutes, Amber qualified for programs to help with childcare and food, in addition to the scholarships she already had earned for college tuition.
Every little bit helps. Nobody realizes, just how much. They give you $50. Well, that's like 2 or 3 meals for a family. That could put food on the table for 3 nights.
Benefits aren't an end in themselves. This is really important. They're a means for relieving the financial pressures that people feel that may prevent them from persisting toward a degree or being able to go out and find a job.
So instead of complaining about people that are living in poverty, who are also working 2 and 3 jobs and living in poverty, by the way, I need to find ways to help them increase their educational skill set so that they can get better paying jobs so that they're not living in poverty. When I help them, I'm ultimately helping myself. And when we as a community help those that are struggling, we're changing the direction that our community can take.
And there's a disconnect sometimes in our community thinking about we have a low unemployment rate, so things are going very well. A lot of times those people are employed and still struggling. And so understanding that gas in the car today keeps me from keeping my job, because if I don't show up to work, I get fired. Knowing that not having access to basic health benefits keeps me from keeping my job in some cases and keeps me from going to school.
That's the philosophy behind this. So it isn't how do you help people be more dependent? It's absolutely the opposite. How do you connect people with benefits that will allow them to be less dependent and better able to shape their own lives and move forward?
Each year, billions of dollars in federal money goes unclaimed in Texas. That's money left on the table.
And we were shocked to learn that there was that much money that was being turned back, and when we don't use it in Texas, it goes to other states.
And if you think each of those dollars gets recycled in communities as people spend it on food or on transportation or on clothing or on their own education, there's a huge multiplier effect to those benefits dollars recirculating.
This is a terrific opportunity for philanthropy to change the system. It's a game changer.
For example, in Texas, for every dollar that we pay in taxes, we get about 70 cents back. New Mexico, our neighbor, gets $2 back for every dollar in taxes they pay. Well, why is that? And where is that $2, that extra dollar for New Mexico coming from? When we don't pull down and reclaim the money that has been allocated for Texans, it goes somewhere else. And that's part of why we have 10% of the entire nation's poverty in Texas.
Many, many people who live in poverty or live below certain thresholds go through many, many hardships, and the largest percentage of those people are women and children. The largest percentage of all people in poverty are children, so they have no option. So we need to take care of our most vulnerable. That is our moral obligation.
If we get enough volunteers and organizations that have counselors using this system, we can stretch the few dollars we already have, but the bigger thing is we can really make a difference and get people out of poverty.
It's a wonderful resource, and it's easy to explain and it's easy to teach, and that's the reason why I like it so much, because it is user-friendly.
This system is designed so that if you can order something on the internet, you can use this system to fill out very complicated forms.
When I go into work, I have a song in my heart because I know somebody that day is going to get helped. And if it's just because somebody's going to eat, somebody's going to be able to go to the doctor, somebody's going to go to school, I welcome it.